Hello friends, again welcome to my channel. Now today we are discussing about one of the important concept from the genetics. As we know that the central dogma for the protein synthesis, it is majorly from the DNA there is the synthesis of messenger RNA through the process of transcription, and from the mRNA there is the synthesis of protein through the process of translation. It is an central dogma for the protein synthesis. Now the most important concept within that, it is firstly the message which is present within the DNA, it is get transcribed in the form of codons within the mRNA through the process of transcription. And within the prokaryotes, the one of the important enzyme, or the one of the enzyme which is responsible for carrying the whole process of the transcription, it is the RNA polymerase enzyme. So today we are taking into consideration the basic characteristics of this RNA polymerase enzyme. Now within this RNA polymerase enzyme, this RNA polymerase enzyme, it is the largest enzyme and which is a multi-subunit enzyme responsible for carrying the synthesis of messenger RNA. Synthesis of messenger RNA. Within the prokaryote, only a single RNA polymerase enzyme it is present, which is responsible for synthesizing the messenger RNA, transfer RNA and the ribosomal RNA. In case of eukaryotes, there are the three different enzymes which are responsible for carrying the synthesis of these three types of the RNA. The RNA polymerase first of eukaryotes, these are responsible for synthesizing the ribosomal RNA. RNA polymerase second, it is responsible for carrying the messenger RNA synthesis, that is the transcription process. And the RNA polymerase 3, it is responsible for carrying the transfer RNA synthesis. Now here we are focusing on the characteristics of prokaryotic RNA polymerase enzyme. Okay. Now as this prokaryotic RNA polymerase enzyme, it is a multi-subunit and largest enzyme. Majorly there are the 5 different subunits. These are present within the RNA polymerase enzyme. That is the 2 alpha subunit, then the beta, beta prime, omega and the sigma factor. These are the 5 subunits which are present within the RNA polymerase enzyme. Here there is the presence of 2 alpha subunits. There is presence of 2 alpha subunit. Then there is this beta and beta prime subunits. Beta and beta prime subunit. Here there is the presence of omega subunit and the sigma factor. Here it is the complete RNA polymerase enzyme. Complete RNA polymerase enzyme. Here the alpha. Means these are these are the 5 different subunits which are the parts of RNA polymerase enzyme. When all of these subunits, these are present within the RNA polymerase enzyme, these are considered to be the holoenzyme. It is called as the holoenzyme. And for the initiation of transcription process, that is for the initiation of mRNA synthesis, there is the requirement of the holoenzyme. There is requirement of holoenzyme. Means all of these 5 subunits, these are required for the initiation of transcription process. And the process of elongation. Process of elongation, it is carried out, the process of elongation, it is carried out by the core enzyme. Core enzyme. Now the core enzyme means after the initiation there is the release of the sigma factor. Release of sigma factor. So this holoenzyme, it is get converted into the core enzyme as there is absence of the one of the subunit. Okay. Now one by one we are taking into consideration about the functions of these different subunits. Here within the figure you can observe the molecular weight of each of these subunit. Now here the first subunit, it is the alpha subunit. Now this alpha subunit, it is encoded by the RPOA gene. It is encoded by RPOA gene, and this alpha subunit, there is the 2 parts or the 2 units of this alpha subunits, these are present. 2 units of the alpha subunit, these are present, and majorly this alpha subunit, it is essential for the enzyme assembly formation, for the assembly formation of subunit. Assembly formation of the subunit, there is the requirement of this alpha subunit. Along with that, there is also requirement of this alpha subunit in the initiation of the transcription process. In the initiation of transcription process, that is for the formation of the complete RNA polymerase enzyme, there is the requirement of alpha subunit, and for the initiation of transcription process, again there is the requirement of this alpha subunit. The second one, it is the beta subunit. Beta subunit. Now this beta subunit, it is one of the most important subunit of the RNA polymerase enzyme, as it is considered to be the catalytic center of RNA polymerase enzyme. Catalytic center of RNA polymerase enzyme. Now within this, it is encoded by the RPO-B gene. RPO-B gene, and as it is the catalytic center, it is responsible for having the binding site with the DNA. We know that as it is carrying out the process of the mRNA synthesis, the DNA, it is acts as a template stand. So for the binding with the DNA template, this beta subunit, it is having a binding site, and if there is the inhibition of this beta subunit, then there is the inhibition of process of transcription, as it is the catalytic center of this RNA polymerase enzyme. The antibiotic rifampicin, it is responsible for bind with this beta subunit, which is responsible for inhibiting the activity of the RNA polymerase enzyme. Now the next one, it is the beta prime subunit. It is encoded by the RPO-C gene. Again, majorly this RNA polymerase enzyme, they are requiring a Mg+2 as it's a cofactor. The Mg+2 ions as an cofactor. So this beta prime subunit, it is responsible for giving the binding site for the Mg+2 ion, and along with that, it is also responsible for forming the catalytic center of RNA polymerase enzyme. Means these are also participated within the catalytic activity of RNA polymerase enzyme. Catalytic activity of RNA polymerase enzyme. Now the omega subunit, which is present within the RNA polymerase enzyme, this omega subunit, it is not having the any important function, and there is no any information about the exact function of this omega subunit, which is the part of RNA polymerase enzyme. The another most important subunit of this RNA polymerase enzyme, it is a sigma factor. Now this sigma factor, it is essential for the initiation of transcription process. Without the sigma factor, there is no initiation of transcription process, because this sigma factor, it is required for the recognition of the promoter sequence. Recognition of promoter sequence. Recognition of promoter sequence. Means without the sigma factor, there is no recognition of promoter sequence, and without the recognition of promoter sequence, there is no initiation of transcription process. As we say that for the initiation of transcription process, there is the requirement of holoenzyme. The reason behind that, it is this sigma factor, it is essential only for the recognition of promoter sequence and to initiate the transcription process. Whenever there is addition of up to the 5 to 8 nucleotides within the mRNA chain, there is the release of this sigma factor, and only the core enzyme, it is responsible for carrying out the transcription process. Means there is the requirement of this sigma factor only up to the initiation process, but the main function, it is to recognize the promoter sequence. The most common sigma factor which is present, it is the sigma 70 within the bacteria. Sigma 70. The 70, it is a molecular weight of this sigma factor, that is the 70 kilodalton. Now according to the proteins, as we know that according to the requirements, the bacterial cells, they will synthesize their proteins. There are the heat shock proteins are another stress proteins, these are present. So preferentially there are the alternative sigma factors, these are present, and according to need there is the activation of that sigma factor, and whenever they are need that specific type of the proteins, there is the activation of that sigma factor, and they will synthesize that specific type of the proteins according to the need of the bacterial cell. So it is the general information about the activity of RNA polymerase enzyme and the functions of different subunits of the RNA polymerase enzyme. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and also share this video with your friends.